Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Ruff and I am head of Ruff Team Realty, and we are here to change the way that you structure your financial future so that you can become financially independent, and I'm going to show you some of the things to avoid to make you a lot more money. Hey, my name is David Ruff, and if any of you who follow me, you know that I love buying time and cash flowing assets, and we do that through real estate, but any other way that we can find a way to make more money with less time, we're interested in it. So today what we're going to be talking about is the Bobcat Miner. Now this is called the People's Miner. It's a helium network, so it's a crypto miner. It's very, very easy. And why do we love it? It pulls almost no electricity. It works off of the AM network. It sends out these low-powered signals everywhere. And so how you can think about it, it's kind of like when you put a key tracker on your phone or on your dog. When you lose it, it sends these tiny packets of information. When we do send those tiny, tiny packets of information, you now can get paid for that. People who have water meters and stuff have to send these tiny little bits of information. So that's why it can be such low power, and everybody can do it, and that's why they call this the People's Miner, because it's so low cost and it costs almost no electricity. Very, very quiet, dead silent, does not make one sound. And you can make a lot of money on this. Now the downside is it's gotten very, very popular over 2021. It now is in a lot more homes. So in very urban centers, it's harder to make some money. But if you can be smart about it and put it at your aunt's house, your friend's house, you can make a lot of money by doing so. It's now by proof of coverage, not proof of work. So what does that mean? Well, when we're talking about like Bitcoin or Ethereum, it actually has to do a lot of computations, a lot of calculations, and that's where you hear those stories about high electricity costs. It gets very, very hot, very noisy. And so something like this is now going to take care of that because there's no noise to it. It doesn't take any electricity, hardly, I mean cents a month. And now instead of having this proof of work where your computer is doing all this work, now it's proof of coverage. It has a tiny little antenna and it sends that signal out over a certain area. And when you do that, you get paid for providing that network coverage. So I think it's pretty amazing. I've been running it for 2021. I've been making some good money at it. Now let's take a look at what's inside that box. All right, well, here we go. The People's Miner, the Bobcat 300. This is what you're going to get in the box. Now you can order as many as you want, but remember, these could take up to 20 weeks for you to get. It takes a long time. What do you get when you open this box? It's going to have a little bit of a step-by-step for you. It lets you know right away that you can go right away to your App Store or your Google Playstore to download the app. And it's really, really, really easy to click I understand, you're powered up, and to scan for your hotspot. It's really, really intuitive. Now what comes in the box? It comes with this little quick troubleshooting guide. This troubleshooting guide is just going to let you know what color it is. There isn't any really buttons for you to look at. There's not a lot of FAQs for you to follow, and most of the things you're going to be able to find out online. It comes with the little tiny miner box. It comes with a plug-in that you're going to see here that we're going to plug into the back, and it also comes with a antenna. So this antenna is the regular 4 dBi. So this 4 dBi, you're just going to take this little antenna out and screw it onto the end. It is magnetic, and you can upgrade this quite easily. You can now get from a 4 dBi to a 5.8 to an 8. It really depends what you want. So a 4 dBi, like a low number, will basically have a bubble of range. But if you have it longer, like an 8 dBi, now instead of that, it will just shoot a small little thin funnel. The higher the number, the smaller the funnel. It will not shoot up or around. The lower the number, the more of a bubble it will make. And that bubble could be, you know, several hundred meters, but if you have the longer one, high powered, it can shoot many, many kilometers. So that's what we're going to take. Now this Bobcat Miner that you're going to have that's in the back here, it'll have a bracket that you could screw it onto something if you need. There is not a lot of things that you need to know back here. We're going to plug in the antenna to this button right here. We're also going to plug it in for the power and then just sync it up with your Wi-Fi. That's all that we're going to do. So 2 plugs. This is a very, very light device. I don't know if you can see right through it. It's almost hollow when you look at this thing. There's hardly anything inside of it. It burns almost no electricity. I think it's 5 watts that it burns, which is less than your cell phone pulls. So it pulls no electricity, but it makes you money passively. And we love passive income, do we not? Any of you that follow me know that I like to buy time or buy money, whatever we can do at the cheapest rate. And this is going to make you some good money. So we've had it for several months. We have several of them that are running. I'll show you how that works. As you can see here, this is the only indication you're going to have for anything, that it is a red light right now. And if we're going to look at what a red light means, the red light means that it is booting. Yellow means that it's powered on, but Bluetooth is disabled. That blue is in Bluetooth mode, and green means you're making money. So those are the four colors, and that's what we're going to basically be looking for. As you can see, it's red right now. So now it's booting up. So we have the antenna already plugged into this, and we have the cable. Now remember, this has to sync up with the blockchain. So as it's syncing up with the blockchain, it can take a while for this to happen. For some of our machines, it took a couple hours, some it took a couple days. So something like that is what you're going to have to look for. You're going to go to the App Store and you're going to download an app. Your app should look like this right there, that Helium app. That's what you're going to be looking for. When you open up your app, it's going to ask you for your PIN, and you're going to get a map of where all your devices are. This is a little bit of a problem. If you can see all of your devices, it's going to show how many devices there are in each one of those sections, and that's a problem. So the entire planet is divided up into hexagons. So those hexagons are what is provided the money, not proof of work like Bitcoin. So when you have something like this, in that hexagon, they're going to give out $1 for an hour, for example. But as you can see, if there's 19 different people in that, they'll take that same dollar and divide it over the 19 people. So how do you really make money at this? You're going to zoom out and try to find areas that have nobody in them. If they're blank, that means that there is only one person. But you want to be in these dark areas where there is nothing, and the rewards are going to be much higher. You don't have to share it with a lot of people. If you zoom out, of course, in the major cities, they're going to be very, very full, but there's going to be pockets all over that don't have that. So that's where you really want to aim. You're going to be better off to get a friend to put one in the middle of nowhere and give them half the profits, rather than trying to stick to exactly where you are downtown and have so many different people using these same devices and having to share the rewards. That's your first step, figuring out where you're going to place it. That's the important part. As you can see now, the color has changed to green. As soon as it's turned to green, you're making money. So you just take your antenna, you're going to be putting it in the window, but remember, if you're going to put it in the window, these actually refract some. So you're always going to make a little bit more money if you can have your antenna outside the window, not inside the window. But you don't have to necessarily upgrade your antenna just yet. You could start with this and see how much you're making money. As soon as it's green, you're making money. So something like this is so small. So if you're in real estate like I am, I love rental real estate. We love having really good cash flowing assets, appreciating assets in a mixed bag inside of our portfolio. But what would it cost you? This is about $400 US. To take one of these and put them on all of your rental properties and now be collecting extra money. How much money can you make? Now that really depends on the area, how many people are in that area. Remember, I said the entire world is divided up into these hexagons. So that hexagon is going to have X amount of dollars given for every single day. Now it's going to be divided up over all of these different types of people. So each hexagon is going to receive a certain amount of money. Now the more people that are in it, the less money you're going to make. Also, if you're in the middle of nowhere, and I mean like some cow pasture and there isn't anybody around you and it can't witness anybody else in the network, you're not going to make very much money either. So it's this delicate balance. But how much can you make? You can make $1, $2, all the way up to a couple $100 every single day, depending on the placement, depending on the antenna. But if you are in real estate like I am, it doesn't take anything for you to take these tiny little boxes, attach them to the Wi-Fi, and put antennas on the roof and gain some extra money that way. Wouldn't you like it if you had $300, $400, $500 extra dollars every single month from every property? Of course you would. Everyone would. So passive income is great. just be mining stuff like this where you're not actually having to do the work, and just make sure that everything is hooked up properly. I love that idea. I love buying cash. I love buying cash flow. I love buying time for myself. And this is one of the ways that I'm doing it. What do you guys think? How have you liked it? Are you doing it right now? Are you making good money at it? Let me know. Leave a comment below if you like this, and even if you know one person that this could help, just send it to one person. I guarantee you there are people out there who are going to be needing this. I think it's cool. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you on the next video.